Hi guys, welcome back to another Conversations with
Juan
and Tiggs. Hey, so today we're going to be talking about why you should be making a plan for your organic content. So the thing is, we're living in a time where screen time is going up and up, and especially during the pandemic, with a lot of people at home, they're spending a lot of time on devices. So it seems like people would be more interested in seeing your content. But what's kind of happening is that the more people are spending on screens, the less their patience is for quality, bad quality content or things that are kind of not honest, or you can tell, when they're just trying to get a click. So the thing is, when you're coming up with your content plan, you want to make your business look good, or your company, or yourself as an entrepreneur, but you want to make the company, the customer feel smarter. You don't want to make them feel like you're just sending out content that has no value. So we really recommend setting up a plan. And there's some interesting stats around this. So in 2021, 68% of online experiences, they started in Google. So why are we bringing that up? It's all about your SEO. You really want your SEO to be amazing, because 3/4 of consumers, they don't even go past the first page of Google. So you really want to be showing up on the first page. So what are some ideas we've got for how to get that going, Juan?
Well, and also on the SEO, it's just it takes so much effort to do it. So also don't get disheartened just by focusing only on SEO, but it's totally a must-have as you want to be searchable, basically. But some of the things you want to make sure, it sounds so obvious, but it's like you want to make sure your team knows your purpose, why you're doing it. So oftentimes we come up with clients when we help them, and there's different people shooting in different directions of what they need to talk about, what the themes would be, what the topics should be, and you can see there's no cohesiveness on their narrative as to how they want to be positioned in the market. So something is, make sure all your team is aligned on the purpose, make sure everyone's happy with the themes and the topics you want to be talking about. And a good way to do that is just through a content workshop. You just can get together, come up with goals, objectives, and all the awesomeness ideas that your team may have. But then the cool thing out of the workshop, you know what you will be working towards the next 2, 3, 6 months even. And it doesn't need to take too long. And if you think about it, there's 2 hours and 54 minutes, or probably more, Americans spend on the screen. You want to make sure people, when they follow you, they know kind of what the topics are coming through their feeds when they see your awesome face or your title in their channels. So remember, purpose is really important, and content workshop will save you that. What else do we have?
What else? So we found those content workshops really helpful for kind of stepping into the shoes of your reader or your viewer or your consumer, depending on what medium you're using. And we have spoken a lot about empathy in this series, but we've just got to hit it home again. It's really important to communicate not only what you want to communicate as your brand, but communicate kind of what's important to your audience. So a nice tip for that is kind of write as if you're speaking to one person. So, most of the time they're going to be looking at the content on their phone, alone, maybe on the bus, or on the computer. So don't pretend like you're speaking to the whole world, even if you want a large audience. Make it quite intimate, honest, human, like we say. And and another aspect of that is kind of do a bit of research into your users. What are they looking for? What are their questions? Base your content around that in your content plan. And how can we keep that going, Juan?
The last one is this is getting a little bit longer than expected, apologies, but it's write like a leader in your field. So you want to be perceived, and you heard this a million times, you just want to make sure to wrap it up and say, look, you want to make sure you be engaging, you're trustworthy, you're bold, and you're valuable. And valuable is the key one. Is hopefully when you finish your speech, when you finish reading a blog, when you finish that webinar, when you finish anything, make sure that your audience leaves with something that they didn't have. So I hope out of this video you are leaving with at least a content workshop maybe, but I don't know, something that you may didn't have, because that's how you set to add more value to your videos. And I think that's it. Anything else on the bucket?
That's all for this one. Just keep up with our LinkedIn and our socials, because we've got a lot more coming about how to make a content plan.
Okay guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye. Chicka bam bam, blue melon.